Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, good people? What is going on? Let me go ahead and fix my screen real quick. Let's see if that will do. What's going on, family? Hope all is well. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers. If you celebrate Father's Day, happy Father's Day to all of the fathers, the men, okay? Not the women having to do both roles. I'm talking to my brothers, to my kings, to the fathers, the ones who stepped up, stepped in. I salute you and happy Father's Day to you, to your sons, if you are women, to your husbands, all that good stuff. Let me go ahead and get my other cousins in over here in the chat. I'm not going to hold you long. I just want to disrupt for a little bit, okay? Because what are we doing? Just want to disrupt for a little bit, fam bam. What's going on, Instagram cousins, YouTubers, and Facebook kinfolks and cousins? What's going on? Welcome if you are here for the very first time, and welcome back if you are a cousin or a kinfolk that come around and hang in the chat with your girl, Dr. Worlds. I'm not going to hold y'all too long at all. If we don't own it, we don't control it, and we got to stop doing stupid things and expecting better results, okay? Like I said, Father's Day is a national, probably only in America, celebrated day for the men. I don't take that away from any man. Whether you in your child's life, absent from your child's life, it's still a happy Father's Day to you. Father's Day is every day. Every day that you are alive, that's Father's Day. But every day that you have breath in your body, that's Father's Day, that's Mother's Day, Grandparents' Day, Auntie's Day, Children's Day, Family Day, however you want to name it. But for those who celebrate it, salute to you, okay? You got a sister over here that loves you. Hello, sister. Hello. To all my cousins, what I want to talk about is extremely important. I'm going to ask you real quickly to just go ahead and share this. Take 30 to 60 seconds to share it. I'm going to go ahead and share too because I'm not a hypocrite. While I'm playing the intro song, because I want everybody to know we is outside, you understand? And we ready to ride. While I share, you share this intro play, we're going to go ahead and get straight to it as soon as the intro song goes off, okay? Let me share this real quick. Your share goes a long way, okay? You might don't got no money, but you got a finger, and you can share. And it helps me beat the algorithm, which we are all up against right now, what I preach to the choir about right now. And it also helped me reach the people that I'm supposed to reach. And that's called impact and income. Hello, somebody. All right, let's roll. Yeah. Nope, that's not it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me go back. What is this?
Hey, 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 hey. Whole kingdom outside.
We
Kingdom
outside.
outside. Who got pressure?
We got pressure.
We got pressure.
Yeah.
Oil on me, can't touch this. Whole atmosphere, get disruptive.
We outside.
Kingdom outside. Hey, I don't step weak, I step covered. Whole lot of grace, whole lot of hustle. Pray through pain, now it's up. Devil mad, cause we blessed for real. Big faith, big motion. Whole camp, stay focused. Kingdom talk, different language. Whole room shift. When I'm in it, flags up, hands high. Whole squad outside, flags up, hands high. Watch heaven override. Hey, who outside? Kingdom outside. Who got pressure?
We got pressure.
We got pressure. Oil on me, can't touch this. Whole atmosphere, get disruptive. Left side, right side. Let the whole camp slide now. Right side. King stepping outside now. Whole atmosphere changing. When the kingdom outside.
Okay. Who outside? Yeah, who got pressure? We got pressure. Oil on me, can't touch this. Real talk. Whole atmosphere getting disrupted. Y'all already know what it is. It's your girl, Doctor Tawana Worlds. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my presentation, okay? I promise y'all I'm not going to be long, but I want to tell you this before I pull up my presentation because I want to earn the rights to your time. We are running out of time, brothers and sisters. This is a urgent 911, okay? And I'm gonna try to say it as best as I can, okay? Because they don't like people like me telling the truth. They want to keep selling you a sugar-coated lie. We are running out of time before they reset this entire economy. And when I tell you that we have to move, we have to move. And we have to be moving in unison. One thing that I know about God is when God wants something done, he calls forth a army. And that does not mean massively. He calls forth a tribe. He calls forth a nation. He calls forth a people. It's never a one man's mission, even if he gave the mission to the man to go get other people to fulfill that mission. Even if he gave the vision of the mission to one man, it still required other men. We are running out of time, whether you kingdom or not. One thing that God reminded me of before I sat down here on this live, he said, if the Egyptians, when I went through Egypt with a plague and I struck all the firstborn male child, if the Egyptian neighbor, even the Egyptian neighbor would have said, why are y'all putting that blood on your door? And they said, well, we have to put the blood on the door in order to protect our household. And they said, well, you know what? I want to put some blood on my door too. I don't know why, but I want to do this. I see y'all doing it. I want to do this. Even their firstborn children would have lived. So it doesn't matter whether you're spiritual or not. If you have enough common sense to say, you know what? Everything that I see with my own eyes are signs. They are signs. They don't get no better than what you see. Okay. And that's coming from the heart of the Father. The Father. Okay. He wills that none of us perish. If we perish, it's on purpose. It's our fault. And we clearly see what is happening. I have already came by here and showed you. Not told you, but showed you while telling you, look. They are literally transferring the wealth away from us. They are transferring not just the wealth, they are transferring the resources away from us. And the reset and the dates that they have to go ahead and put things, I want y'all to know this. God didn't put me in places for no reason. And he didn't give me the access to insider information for no reason. Every time that I come here and I warned about the humanoid robots coming when I learned that in a private meeting way before y'all even heard about humanoid robots coming out. I'm put in these rooms, and I have been put in these rooms on purpose because God knows what the information. I'm not going to take it and I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to gatekeep. I am going to tell it, but I have to tell it in a wise manner. There are only certain things that I can say because I'm a truth teller that already puts a target. Okay. Because I stand for truth, that already puts a target on you. You probably couldn't even imagine, just like I can't imagine, what type of list or whatever I may be on unknowingly. But that is the cost of my yes, and I'm cool with that for my cousin's sake. That is my mission. That is what I'm going to give an account for when I stand before God. Did you do what you were called to do? Not did you go to school? Not did you get a doctorate on your name? Not did you have access to a whole lot of money? Not did you take care of your family properly? Not did you follow in the footsteps your family thought you should follow in? Not did you go to church faithfully, pay your tithes faithfully? Did you do what I called you to do? And I know this is what he called me to do. So if I fail doing what I was called to do, then I can already just go ahead and live it up down here. I might as well live my life to the fullest. Okay, recklessly. Because the depart from me is gonna be catastrophic. Me deceiving myself thinking that I'm finna make it in because I didn't did all these good accolades. But I did not do what he called me to do. And right now, is the time that God needs us. Straight up. This is not a time to be selfish. This is not a time to be self centered. This is not a time to be sleep. This is not a time to be super busy. This is not a time to be ignorant or lacking knowledge. It is a time where God has said, I need you to the front. I don't care what you don't know. It doesn't matter. You're going to learn it. And this is how you're going to learn on the move. Okay. This is how you got to get it. I know it's not comfortable, but I need you to get comfortable being uncomfortable right now because I need your hands. I need you in the earth doing what I called you to do so I can save a people. Period, point blank. So I can save a people. Not a popular message. I get it, but I'm still going to say it. And I'm still going to tell what God said. And those who have ears, those that it is for will hear what God is saying to them. With that being said, there's some things coming down the pipeline that I am going to be going over this Saturday. Okay, this is an urgent 911. I need y'all over here in this room. It's going to be a workshop 100% because we got work to do. We have work to do. So it will be a workshop. We are getting prepared for the emergency. That's what I'm going to say. We are going to be prepared for the emergency, the things that we need to have on deck, things that we need to have, in our within our reach, within our home, within our cupboards, things that we must have. They are must haves for us to be able to, I'm going to say, escape, preserve ourselves for what is to come. They have been warning us and y'all have not been paying attention because we have been so distracted, but they keep on saying, okay, something is to come. They are actually preparing. And my job is to come out here and sound the alarm. This Saturday coming, okay, I'm going to have an emergency preparedness workshop. And it's not just what you're supposed to have. That is most important. But also, I need to show y'all where to go get some rapid revenue. Got to watch my words because they have tried to. They playing games in the background. That's all I'm gonna say. I was banned for, I believe, 30 something days and just came off that ban. So if you see me dancing around my words, hopefully you can catch the drift, okay? This Saturday, I'm only going to allow a few people in on this Saturday, okay? Maybe 12. The reason I work with small groups or numbers, because some people may say, why you only say 5 or 7 or 12? Because 12 is a government. If I can show and teach and educate and empower and equip 12, then they themselves can go get 12. And then those 12 can go get 12. That is real multiplication for me. I don't need 12,000. I don't need 1,200. I don't need 100, 500. That is a heavy task, okay, to be able to juggle that many people and make sure they get, even with assistance, it's still chaotic, okay? I've been there, done that. I don't want to do it again, honestly. Having hundreds and hundreds of people is just, I'd rather deal with 12. That is a strategy, okay? Or it may be 7, it may be 5, it may just be 2 or 3. Okay. I like to work in small settings like that. So probably about 12 of us hop on Saturday. It's going to be in the afternoonish time, Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. on this Saturday. First of all, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to have stocked so you know how to barter. Okay. When the dollar crash, if you don't have no assets, you need stuff to be able to barter, and you need tangible stuff to be able to barter. So I'm going to give you the top things you should have. The top things you should have to be able to exchange in case you need a meal for a family of 5, in case you need certain things will require, okay, well, if you got this right here, then we can give you a meal for a whole entire week. And I want you to know this is something we must prepare for now. Okay? That's all I'm at liberty to say here. I'll discuss it more on a private platform on Saturday. I'm only taking 12. You're going to have the top things that you need to barter, to be able to barter. Okay, you're going to know that. If I just put it out here publicly, everybody will start going massively, and then you may not have what exactly you need. So in this workshop, I am going to teach you exactly what things you need to have on hand in stock so that you be able to barter when this dollar crash. It's about to go down, y'all. The system is set. And not only that, I'm going to be showing you how to clean your credit rapidly. I'm talking about how to hide your debt to income ratio, how to have things removed in hours, not even days and weeks. Very private information that I will not give out on a personal level. Very private information, how to go ahead and get your credit together rapidly. Why? Using the law. Nothing, illegitimate, using the law. I'm going to give you everything that you need so that you can go to the proper people and use the proper channels to get the stuff removed. Now you on a big dog level, okay? You're not just doing the surface disputing. Now we take it into another level. We hit them with cease and desist letters, okay? We're gonna take back your credit power because you're gonna need it. When the dollar dies, you're gonna need that credit. 1,000%. If your credit ain't together, now is the time. Okay. I'm only taking a group of 12. I'm only taking a group of 12. And for those just coming in this Saturday, 3 p.m. PST, 6 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. CST. It's an emergency preparedness workshop that I am hosting. Okay. I'm going to make sure you know what to have on hand to barter. When the dollar dies, you'll be able to barter. Okay. Stuff that have life shelf expectancy, things that you wouldn't even think about regularly. Okay. Things that wouldn't even cross your mind to have that could really make the difference whether you'll be able to eat for a day or a week. Okay. Our grid, which functions, the functionality for our phones, for our online bill pay, online shopping, online banking, our autonomous cars, our self-driving cars, all this automation. Okay. I'm going to just say there is something incoming that we're not prepared for, and we need to get prepared. So on this Saturday coming up, we are going to have an emergency preparedness workshop that everybody and their mama need to attend. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm only taking 12 and the first 12 because that's what God said. We're going to go ahead and go over everything you need to have on deck for emergency preparedness. I'm going to give you links, access to everything where you can find it now before you can't. Things that are already disappearing off the shelves that you probably walk by and ain't even noticed it, but you need it because it's something that has an extended shelf life and it's something that you can barter to preserve yourself for what is to come. Okay, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say am I gonna say that? An incoming event. That's all I'm gonna say. An incoming event is coming. An incoming event is coming, and I will tell y'all more on the emergency preparedness workshop going down this Saturday. Also, we're gonna get into how to rapidly go ahead and clean your credit, making phone calls while we live. Hey, pick up the phone. Here's the script. Tell them exactly this, and let them go ahead and remove these things. Legal, okay? 1000% consumer law legal. Hit them with cease and desist. You cannot report that anymore until you give me the information that I have requested. This is a whole nother ball game. Not only that, you are going to be funded on this workshop. Okay, we're going live funding on this workshop. I don't care where your credit stands. We got something for everybody. If you in the 400s, got something for you. Of course, the interest rates may be a totally different thing for you, but everybody that attends will be approved for something. Some may be approved for way more than others, but we're doing this live. We're doing a live funding on this workshop, okay? Not only that, I'm going to give you the plugs and access to how to go hide your debt to income ratio. If you in debt with your credit 60,000, I'm going to give you a plug for 60,000 to go and hide your debt to income ratio. I'm going to tell you exactly what to add to your credit report so that it can hide the debt to income ratio. We need to get to this money as fast as we can so that we can go get prepared with having some type of physical assets. That is the only thing that is going to preserve you. You can hear me, take this for a grain of salt if you like. But anything that comes my way and that I have gotten early access to, early, warning to, I will come and I will bring it to my cousins in the most roundabout way that I can. I'm telling you right now, something is incoming. And you and your family ought to be prepared. And I will go more into that in detail. I will also go more into making sure that you own your children and your grandchildren. Okay? Making sure you have the legal rights so that nobody can come in and confiscate them. Because right now you do not have full custody, legal custody of your child just because you birthed them or just because your child birthed the children and they're your grandchildren. That's not, you got to know, what we got going on here. Okay. You got to know why you ought to be private class and not just a public citizen, lost at sea. You got to know your rights. So on this workshop, I am going to be going over and give you information about your rights. We're going to also make sure that you have emergency preparedness. You need to know if I have a family of 5 and every week we go through 12 rolls of tissue for a whole month, you're going to need 48 rolls of tissue. Okay, 48 times 3 in case it'll be 1 to 3 months. You should have that much tissue. on stock. If you know that we drink this many cases of water a week, you have to now start thinking along those lines, because what is incoming, there's not a lot of people aware or prepared for it. And that's never going to be cool on my watch. The only thing that I can do is come out here and tell y'all, for my time, the investment, I'm going to give you everything that you need, all the resources that you need, okay? Those will be given to you. The links, the resources, the contact, where to go buy this, okay? How to properly store it. Hey, here's who you contact about having this removed. Hey, here's who you contact about adding this trade line or whatever the case may be. Here's who you contact, this day contact information for you to be able to go run it up. Even after the live funding, you're still going to get access to funding. Why? Because I need y'all to have resources in your hands so we can become resourceful. This is the reason why I'm doing it. Before these cats do what they gonna do. And the reason why I'm coming by here telling you this, hi sister, the reason why I'm coming by here telling you this, because I didn't offer every opportunity for you guys to position yourself and be in a position so you prosper, okay, and not get crushed. You didn't turn down. This is my final offering to you. What is coming is going to be catastrophic, 100%. I don't have time to babysit. I don't have time to beg. I think that I have came and called my people for so long, okay? And God, even God himself, it's free will for him. I don't want my people to perish, but I cannot continuously tell them, hey, come this way, and they want to go the other way. I'd have to let them go that other way and find out, and still be waiting here if they make it back. He's the perfect gentleman. And I cannot make my cousins get themselves together. The more people that come to me later rather than earlier, it really aggravates me. I'm not even going to cap, because y'all don't know my emails, my inboxes. Y'all don't see that behind the scenes. I don't share people's business at all. But it just be so heartbreaking. Why would you wait till the last minute? Now you panicking and there's nothing you can do in your panic. You still gotta wait. While you had the time and you wasn't panicking, was a time for you to build for this time. Because none of us know what tomorrow holds. None of us. And I would rather have something already there for me that I didn't need. I'd rather build it while I'm calm, while, I don't even need it. So, oh, well, it's okay. I built it, but I really ain't tripping. And then for me to get somewhere and need that, and I can feel assured that I did something for this very moment. Then to just be like, nah, I'll push that off. I get down to the later. I can't afford it. I can't do it right now. And then you turn around and end up in that situation where that day becomes that day, and now you ain't got nothing. That's terrible. And now you want to panic and you want to think, and you can't do much of anything in a frightened state, but make rash decisions that may cost you your life. Preparedness is the crown of those who really love their life. I can't live to save my life, but I'm going to do my part. Nobody is in control of when they day to go and when they day to be born. Nobody is in control of that. But every day in between, I'm going to live it as if it's my last. I'm going to make sure I'm not even going to say my biggest fear, because it's not my fear. But I'll just share this, okay? And this brought trauma to me. I'm sharing a very transparent moment with y'all. My sister, who I don't talk about, two of my sisters. One I grew up with, and you couldn't tell me that she wasn't my sister. I met her at 12. We lived together, had kids together. She was my sister. She had got diagnosed with cancer. She went for treatment. She was recovering fine, and then this thing just came back super aggressive. so fast that there was no time to plan where my children gonna go. There's no time to plan like what's gonna happen to them after I go. Like this thing that came back with a vengeance, and I'm literally watching myself die. I watched her on FaceTime running. I've never seen somebody running from death. I've never seen that before. And I watched her be reduced to, she was so fearful and she knew her time was coming. It was just, it's so traumatic for me. And after that, her children were split up. One had to go live in another state. One was staying with their dad, but there was nothing left. That's it, just a memory. We don't have anything to hold on to from mama. I mean, we didn't inherit anything. We have nothing. We don't have a house. We don't have anything to remember our mom, and she's gone forever. And that really disturbed me. That's like when I really started picking up with, you know, making sure that my children had life insurance and stuff like that right around that time. And then my other sister, she's my sister in Christ. She died on my birthday. She got diagnosed with breast cancer and did all of the stuff like God is, going to heal me. We believe. We did everything. She was taking the natural, my first sister, her children were almost as an adult, right? So they are up to age to fend for themselves because that's all they got. And life has not been the same for them. But now I'm talking about another sister who had younger children. One of her sons' father passed away about 3 or 4 years prior to her diagnosis. So he was already dealing with the loss of his father passing away. She had to pick up the role, and raise a teenage boy, soon to be teenage boy who did not have a father in his life. He had a father figure, but his biological father was unalived in a gruesome manner. 4 years later, I had been talking to her. When I saw that happen with my first sister, we all banded together, prayed together, like, what do we need to do? It was just really heavy on my heart. I shared a lot with them, how it affected me behind the scenes. So I'm starting telling her, like, sis, you got a gift. You can decorate your butt off, sis. You should be the next Martha Stewart. You got to put your work out there. Be consistent. She was so busy with her job. She hated her job. Every time I got a phone call, literally, it was about what was going on behind the scenes in her job, which was approving people back surgeries, approving people's, um, scans and all of this stuff. And the upper boys were not approving it. So the people were, because people was playing games with signatures. Oh, we won't approve that. Oh, we'll approve this, but we'll only approve. So it was terrible. And I'm like, sis, you were so miserable. She had to take some time off for the mental, effects that it had on her. And I'm like, steady telling her, like, sis, if you build it, I'll help you. I will promote it. I try to put her on everything. I just kept talking to her year after year, sis, come on, sis, you have a gift. And when she called me and told me she had breast cancer, I was like, oh my God. She was like, but I'm believing God. I'm like, yeah, I'm believing you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm believing God with you. She's like, pray, sis. Have you prayed? And yes, of course, I prayed. I prayed, Father, she's gonna get healed. Father, you know what I'm saying? We bind the enemy. Like I'm going on a prayer like that. She was like, have you prayed and asked God? Have you told you like what's gonna happen with me? And I did it. I was like, I've been praying for you. But that day I went and I was like, Lord, what's gonna happen? Is you gonna heal her body? Are you gonna take her? And he told me, I'm gonna take her. And I was just so afraid to tell her that. I was like, no, Lord, this is not real. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna take her. And she started having dreams about seeing dead people that was in her family. And she was like, sis, you know, I keep having these dreams. And I'm like, Lord, I can't tell her. Because she's telling me, sis, I just want to be able to get out of the bed and make my kids pancakes again. I just want to know what it feels like to not be in this much pain. So, oh my gosh, you guys. I was like, Lord, if you're going to take her and you telling me that you're going to take her, can I just know this one thing? Why? You know, his response to me was, she out of time. I'm pleading. Father, she's so young. She just hit 40. She got these young kids. What's going to happen to these kids? I'm pleading. I'm pleading. He said she's out of time. I called her for so long. If I give her more years, she would not do what I called her to do with the time that I would give her. She's out of time. And she called me on the day she passed away. She's like, I really need you to come over here. She was afraid, y'all. She knew she was going, and she was afraid, and I was afraid to see things, something like that, even though I've seen it so many times. She didn't get to write her book. Nobody knows her story. Nobody knows what she went through. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows any of that except the people that talk to her. But how can we tell her story? Her children were instantly split up. One had to go live with this grandma out of state. The other one had to go live with its dad and its grandma. Over here, just no house for them left. No nothing. No will. And right before she passed, she was like, sis, I should have left that job. I should have left that job. All that time I spent at that job and I did not get to spend with my kids. It is just, it's disturbing. That's why I don't talk about it on social media. I don't talk about it because it's just disturbing. Really. And my biggest regret would be to leave my kids here in this world that I know is not fair to them simply because of the color of their skin, both male and female. And leave my children absolutely nothing. Leave my children as a burden on somebody else. And no matter how much they love me, my children would be a burden to them, family included. I left nothing for y'all to take care of them with because I was so busy trying to work to pay bills. I beg to damn defer. I beg defer. I beg to defer. If I got to sacrifice and give up hanging out with people, looking good, wearing rags, I don't give a damn what I got to do. My children will know. To be absent from the body, you will feel me still. You may not see me, but you will feel what I did for you. You will feel my presence. Every month that your rent or whatever your mortgage is paid, you will feel my presence. Every time you go out there and work the business that I created for you, you will feel my presence. Every time a paycheck comes through or a payment comes through or wire transfer, you will feel my presence for the rest of your life. And you will be able to continue to feel my presence when you have children, and they will feel my presence. And I will leave you books to read. I have assets out here where you can always come and hear my voice. You can always know what I did for the people, how my heart was. You can always come back and see. That is legacy. I refuse to have my children a part of any system where they determine whether they eat or not, where they get to, whether they have a roof over their head to sleep or not. Whether I done seen some stuff in my 47 years of life. I didn't have to go to a shelter. I seen people at a shelter put out a single mother and her children, and have them sleeping on the wet grass. But this what I just seen last week, this young lady and her baby sleeping outside, and me having to talk this baby to sleep, stay on the phone, and just pray and speak comforting words. And this baby, I never ever get that image out of my mind. What are we doing? You know the wealth ain't flowing to you, it's flowing from you. And if it ain't flowing to you, then it's flowing away from you. But to who? I've showed you where it's going. We have to stop fooling around because we are running out of time. I'm going to let you guys get into the workshop for $97. That is the best investment. I'm not going to give it to you for free. Why? Because if I give it to you for free, you will absolutely do nothing with it. What you pay for, you pay attention to. When your money is connected to that, you take that serious. Oh, I didn't waste that $97. You're going to show up. You're going to be ready to learn. You may not even show up if I say it's free. Ask me how I know. I done done it 1,000 times. 1,000. And then when they come for free, because it was free, there was nothing that cost them anything. They won't do anything with the information. And you know what? I cannot get my time back. I can't get the time that I'm taking away from my family, from my mission, from my assignment, from my purpose, from whatever I am doing. I can't get that time back. So there is an investment of $97. But I guarantee, I don't know why I feel like something is tickling my nose, but I guarantee you will be the best $97 investment that will preserve your family through what is about to come. What America is about to see, they're not ready for. And we're going to see it soon, beloveds. Now is the time to work it while it is day. For when night comes, no man can work it. The things that you think matter don't matter. If you know I'm just working to pay bills, but I have no substance, then what are you doing? I'm just existing, and I'm just relying upon them giving me some income so that you are in a danger zone. It is flashing red dangerous, okay? You are in a danger zone. Saturday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm only going to take 12. I'm going to give you the information that you need to know to not only preserve, but to protect you and your family, and to be able to go get some rapid revenue without having to go the mainstream traditional way, where you can be funded right there on the workshop. Then you will have the information so that you can go over and do it for your son, your daughters, teach them, because now you have been taught, you have been equipped, you got the tools. Here's the links. This is what you go and do. You got all the instructions. Now go help your family. The more, the merrier. Sit your children down. If they are grown adults, hey, we're going to do this together, because if you can get 5 and I can get 10, they can get 20 over here. We got more together than we would ever have separate. Okay. Any questions for me? Told y'all I wasn't gonna be long. Check me out. Dr. T, I'm so proud of you. Y'all go back and do y'all. I want you to think about this on your way to going out and doing it. If you think $97 is too much for you right now, then what's about to come down the pipeline ain't even gonna scale in comparison. And if you got a father or a husband or a son that you went out and you bought gifts for, that was your $97 investment. What you value, you will invest in. And there's a lot of people about to FAFO, fool around and find out. Fool around and find out. I know something you don't. My job as a watchman is to sound the alarm wisely. I will never come out and be like speaking, oh, okay, no, 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 no. When you become a threat, you become a target. I still got a family. I still got a family. And just because I'm too defended to be defeated, I still got to use wisdom. Any questions for me? I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day, morning, afternoon, night, whatever time you are viewing me. I only wanted to come by here and tell y'all this because it's a 911. The emergency preparedness workshop is going down Saturday. And I need my cousins, 12 of y'all, to get on in here. It's a $97 investment. But what you get back, just on the funding run, it's going to be 10 times more than what you invested to come get the information. How about that? I'm going to give you access to your money right back. But you are going to make an investment in yourself because you cannot expect a harvest when you haven't released a seed. You can't expect God to extend his hand and you haven't extended yours to open it, to say, hey, I'm ready for you to help me get to the next level so that I can do what you purposed me to do. You called me to be a parent. It's my job to provide and have provision for my children. And for those who you have entrusted into my care, whether that's my spouse, my husband or my wife, my children, my parents, whether that's my nieces and nephew, whoever you are responsible for. If ain't nobody in your family doing it, it's on you. And that is why you were drawn here, okay? But if there ain't no questions, my time is up. Y'all have a wonderful day, evening. I will leave this video up. Even if it said Father's Day in the beginning, it doesn't matter. Father's Day is every day. I will leave it up until the 12 spots are filled, okay? Don't know how long that is because people watch at different times. People check it out at different times. So I will leave this one up. However, Saturday, and as either the 12 spots get close or we got 6 and we 3 days in or 3 days away from Saturday, I will not take anybody, especially at the last minute. Don't even think about it. I didn't let people into the last one. I said that. No, I absolutely mean that, and I'm going to stand on it. I'm not waiting till the last minute. I'm coming to tell you early. Get over here and you need to do this. You need to know this. You need to see this. And you need to, this is what you do. It's just called preventative measures and not reactive emotions because you didn't prepare. If you plan to fail, then you've failed to plan. And that's the only reason. Nobody's fault but your own. I love y'all. Thank you for your time. Have a wonderful day, evening, noon, night. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. God bless.